Hello and welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About It podcast. I'm your host, Deanna McKill. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. On today's episode, I'm just going to give y'all an update, like my weekly update I always do. And then also, we're going to be talking about platonic relationships. Is it possible with the opposite sex? We're going to get into that in a minute. But let me update y'all. Right now, I'm actually in New Orleans. I came here for work. I was supposed to get all this content done for the brand that I work for with my client. But guess what? Like everything got canceled. So I'm just like here. I was able to go to one of the events where there was a pop-up or in the gift shop, I guess. I don't know if we consider it a pop-up. Well, I guess so. A pop-up inside of the hospital. The gift shop wanted to give him an opportunity to showcase his products there and sell them. So I was not there for the first day on Thursday because my flight came in a little bit later, but I went on Friday and it was actually pretty cool. So I had a good time doing that. We were supposed to record like this whole conversation, a music video, get some photos and stuff done, but nothing worked out like it was supposed to. So boo. But I did have a good time here. I had, to stay in the room. I had some alone time. I had some peaceful moments. So I'm really not mad at it. I'm going home today when I was like, let me record something because the content that I was going to record for y'all this week, I was not able to do because everything got canceled. So here we are. I'm about to go home in maybe 3 hours or something like that. I'm ready to go home and see my daughter and my nephews. Like, I miss them so much. I don't know if y'all are parents or not, or y'all have nieces or nephews, but y'all know how, whenever you go in your camera roll and you start looking at all the pictures and stuff, do y'all do that? Or is that just me? I'll go look at pictures and then it make me miss them so much. But, so I'm, looking forward to seeing them and going home. And I think my mama made some red beans or something. And I want to eat some food, some good food. I haven't been eating the best since I've been here. I've just been eating out. I had some pizza last night. It was so good. If y'all ever heard of Lit Pizza before, it's kind of like, I think it's like Mod Pizza or Blaze, where you can make your little own pizza. And it's like a personal size pizza. But I had one last night and it was so good. I wish I would have took a little picture so I could show y'all. I had put some spinach, pepperoni, mozzarella cheese. I put some banana peppers and I don't know if I said spinach already or not. And some onions. If y'all know me, I love a red onion so much. I could literally get red onion and cut it up and put some salad dressing and just eat it. It's so good. I be having onion bread sometimes. But look, that's off topic. That is so off topic. What else is happening this week? I got a little offer letter in my email, so I should take it. I'm gonna take the job. But I applied at so many jobs. I'm I don't even know which one this is. It gave me a description of what it was. But I'm I don't even care. I'm just gonna take it. I have to call them on tomorrow. I was supposed to call them on Friday, but I was working and I didn't get a chance to. But it's okay. So I'm gonna do that on Monday. School is coming up. I have to buy Ivy's school supplies, school clothes, school shoes, all types of stuff. I have not done no school shopping yet. And then by her going to public school this year and her being in Texas, they wear regular clothes. So on the bright side, I get to pick her outfits. If she can wear normal clothes and don't have to worry about buying one of them expensive uniforms. Not even one. You gotta buy 4. You have to buy 4 and them jumpers be $50 each. And then you have to get the monogram. Then they charge for that too. That's the one thing I did not like about school in New Orleans. You have to get the school uniform because that's what they wear. And it costs so much. It costs so much. So I'm happy I don't have to do that this year. Pray to God that this job goes well and everything is legit with that, because I've been getting some scammer emails and scammer text messages. I don't know where these people are getting my information from. They're probably getting it off of Indeed, but our real life last week, I had somebody text me and they're hey, we got it, we're interested in you, we found your resume or something like that. Or like I said, I applied at so many different places, so I'm okay, I look up the name of the person and it looks legit. They have a LinkedIn account with all the information with the company name, and I'm okay, this is a real person. The pictures are the same. It was a scam. I told a man, call me, right? It was like some African person and it was a white man on the picture. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, this is this is too much. Like, how did you even find me? So like, y'all be very careful whenever y'all are applying for stuff and putting your information on the internet, because they got people really trying to scam us out here, and we all know that. But I'm just giving y'all a reminder to be careful, because like, I am very cautious about like the links and stuff that I open, right? But I fell for it. So if I fell for it, then y'all probably would too. I'm very cautious about stuff like that. Let's take a coffee break. If you're watching this in the morning, afternoon, or whatever, sometimes I do, like, whenever I do my podcast, I like to take like little sip breaks, and I want y'all to take them with me. So let's take a sip break. It don't necessarily have to be coffee, but like in my case, it is coffee. And I took the lid off because when I had the lid on top, it was like dripping and it was driving me crazy. So let's take a sip. Wait, I want another one. That's good. Hotel coffee. So let's get into the episode though. If you're not aware of what a platonic relationship is, it is a bond between two people and there's no romantic desires, okay? So like, are those possible between the opposite sex? My short answer is gonna be yes. And it's always gonna be yes. And people be like getting mad at me for saying yes because they're like, no, it's not. But it is. And I'm gonna explain why. We're gonna get into it because I've lived on both sides of the spectrum, okay? And I have experience in both. So let's talk about it. Oh, that's the name of my podcast. Okay, so let's talk about it. I would say yes only because I have a friendship with someone like that right now. I've been friends with this guy for 15 years, like 15 years, okay? We have been like this since we met each other because we just clicked that hard. Like, this is my dog, like this is like my brother, okay? And we are not blood related at all. We met at school, all the way in high school when I was in 10th grade. I was a sophomore in high school and I met this guy and he was so cool. And I was like, dude, like I really like being your friend. And we were friends ever since. Out of these 15 years of us being friends, we have not once, I don't know what this man looked like naked. This man never asked me to see him naked. I never asked to see him naked. We have not kissed. We have not touched. We have not done nothing along those lines in 15 whole years. That's how tight we are, okay? So like, that's why I'm always saying yes, because it is possible. It is possible. You make friends at work. You meet people at your jobs and you like them and you care about them and you're just not sexually romantic together and you don't have those desires towards them. So yes, it is possible. On the other hand, sometimes it is not possible. And I'm going to say my opinion on why I think, or what I think causes those relationships to not be able to have that standard, okay? So let's just say you meet someone, okay? And you think that they're attractive. You find that person attractive. Chances are, if they find you attractive, you're probably gonna end up, doing some things together, okay? And I think that's what makes the relationship not possible to be just a straight friendship. It's like there's attraction between you and that other person. In the world we live in today, people just be giving it away like nothing. Like, I'm not gonna even lie, like, I have my fair share of dating experiences because I'm 29, okay? I'm almost 30 years old, so like, I've dated. It's normal. And I think because the attraction lies between, you and the other party, we live in a culture where people just sleep together. Like, people just, like, it's accepted to just like sleep around. Like, it's normal, it's nothing. Everything is like sexualized at this point, even at more so. So I think that's what makes it not possible. When you start having that attraction towards that other person, and then whenever you express it to them, oh man, don't express it to them, because if they feel the same way, they're gonna be like, oh, I feel the same way about you. And then once y'all do it, that's over. It's not gonna be the same. Once y'all give each other that intimacy and get to that level past just being friends, like of course y'all probably gonna do it again if you enjoyed it. So if you decide to stay friends with that person, it's like it's always gonna be like a possibility in the back of your mind. You're like, we've done it before, we can do it again, And I think that's what messes it up. Once you just cross that line, you can't go back. It's like you cannot go back. I'm gonna give y'all one of my experiences. Like I've dated this guy. It's so crazy because like you should not be friends with your exes. Period. I'm gonna start off by saying that. Do not do it. It's possible. Some people have like really great relationships with their exes and stuff like that. Like you can be friends. I'm friends with one of my exes, but it's like I feel like whenever you're friends with your ex, and you can't have a platonic relationship with your ex, okay? Because we crossed the line already. We already crossed the line, like all the way crossed over the border. Like we're long past just friends, okay? Like you've experienced so much with this person. Y'all have like, they know your secrets, they know your desires. Like this is more than just friends. So I mean, that's where you draw the line. I think once you become intimate in that way, you just can't go back. You just can't. It's just not gonna be the same. And in my experience, I've tried to be friends with my exes. We end up doing stuff that people in relationships do, and then everything turns into a hot mess. And then whenever you decide that you're like, I think we should not do this anymore, it becomes really weird. And then that person might think just because, you've done it or you reneged on like your word and you did those things with them, it can definitely happen again. But what if you don't feel that way anymore? It's just going to be weird, So that's what usually always happens in my case. Like I'm very nice, okay? I'm mean sometimes, don't get me wrong. But like I really try to see the best in people, and I have too much empathy. Like I feel sorry for people a lot of the times, and I just feel bad because I don't never want to hurt nobody's feelings or make them feel some type of way. I don't like doing that because this is like you can just spread so much kindness into the world, but sometimes you gotta just like cut it off. Sometimes you gotta cut it off because it's just like you're never gonna get back to that level of friendship where it was before, where you started off and everything was just normal, then it's just gonna be weird because it's like, because you care about that person, or you feel, you might feel like you're in love with that person or whatever the case may be, when it's time for them to move on, it's gonna hurt. So like I would not suggest being friends with your ex. It's just because it's so much. It's just so many different things that make it complicated, that make it hard. You don't want to hurt that person. You don't want them to hurt you. It's just too much. So I would say that the answer to my question, like I said, is yes, you can have platonic relationships with your friends, but I don't think so with your exes, is what I'm trying to say, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. With an ex, no. With somebody you're not attracted to, yes. With a coworker, yes. It's just not ideal in the ex situation, I believe. I think that's the only, like, if someone that is you just can't. No, I don't think so. In my experiences, it does not work. It does not work. And then I'll be feeling bad if I don't like them and they like me. And I need to stop doing that. Like, I think the issue that I have is, even whenever I'm not trying to like talk to somebody, like I still talk to them sometimes, and I have a really bad habit of giving my attention to people that I don't even want to give it to, and I only give it to them because I feel bad, like because I don't like ignoring people, and like I don't want to block people because that's so extra, but like I feel so bad leaving people on red sometimes, like really bad. I don't know why I let it get to me, but I do. But I don't know if I'm still on topic or not. It really don't even matter because we just talking. But I wouldn't suggest being friends with the opposite sex anymore. Like, it's okay to be friends with guys, but I think I'm just gonna like not try to do that anymore. Like my guy friends I have right now, they can just like stay my friends, but like no more new guy friends. So don't even try to be my friend, please and thank you. I think that's all really I have to say about that. But a lot of people do ask me that question. I get that question a lot. Like, do you think men and women can be friends? Yes and no. It's just you have to get in depth with it. It's just so many different possibilities. And I always say people are not the same. Not all people are the same, you know? And I have to do a better job at standing my ground. I've been doing so much better at setting boundaries and like following through with them and just like trying to make sure I feel comfortable in every situation, relationship, or whatever the case may be that I'm in, because like I really just don't like feeling uncomfortable. Okay? But that's really all I have to say about that. If y'all have any suggestions on topics, y'all have any questions y'all want me to answer, just go ahead and let me know in the comments below. Or you can send me a DM on Instagram at DeannaComekill. I'll have the links to all of my social media sites down in the description below. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you. I'm so close to having 300 followers, like this close. I think I need like maybe 5 more subscribers. I said followers. I meant to say subscribers. Like I'm this close to having 300, like this close. So if you guys are new here, I would truly appreciate it if you guys hit that subscribe button for me. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Most importantly, y'all, remember, be blessed and don't forget to smile. Until next time, bye.